Hey guys, be sure to press like and subscribe. Today we're going to talk about the stock market crash and how it's a good buying opportunity right now. I've been telling people to buy tech stocks for quite a while, and I've made a lot of money, even with this down market right now. I'm in for the long term, so I really don't care if it goes up or down because in 10 years I know that those stocks will be really high flying. You know, and I do invest a lot in ARK investments, and there's different ARK ETFs you can invest in. All of them are good, and right now is a prime time to buy those. They're all run by a lady named Kathy Wood. Kathy Wood's a very smart person. She's kind of like the tech world Warren Buffett, and I don't think she's gonna steer you wrong on any of her investments. Okay. The other thing is that Tesla dropped quite a lot, and over the long term, I don't see Tesla going anywhere but up, in the future. Tesla is a really, really, really hot stock. Um, I think with all his inventions and all the things that he's coming up with, and with all the power problems that we have in Texas and Australia, he's already solved some of the one. Elon Musk has already solved some of the power issues with his battery things, and with solar and stuff like that in Australia already. And he's done that with other places also. And it's just a huge gift to the world that we have this guy. And with these electric cars and electrical vehicles, I think that's the way we're heading. And even Elon Musk understands that, that regular gasoline-powered vehicles will still always be around to a certain extent. He knows that EVs, have their limit too. But the autonomous vehicles that he's coming up with, once they start doing those as taxis in the United States and throughout the world, it's going to be a huge benefit to the world. Huge benefit. And it's not just that. People will be able to use their cars, when they're not using them, and have it go out and do work for them and be a taxi. And it'll just basically pick people up and drop them off, and it'll probably run through some sort of app or something like that. But there's so much technology right now that's almost here. It's that far away. And when that technology hits, Tesla's going to become even bigger than what it is now. If you think it's overpriced, no, it's not. It's priced a little bit for the future, but right now, with it dropping like it did, now's the prime time to buy. It's a really, really good time to buy those stocks. It's a good time to buy Apple because Apple's got an electric car probably coming out probably within the next, anywhere from 1 to 5 years. That'll be out. I think Apple's going to start going places too. I think they're going to steal a little bit of the oomph from Tesla a little bit, but not much. Tesla's got a lot going for it, a lot more than Apple does, I think. Apple's more into the phone thing and all that, and the computers. So, I mean, Tesla's not going anywhere. It's going to go up. That's where it's going. It's not going to disappear. Trust me on that one. But anyway, I did want to put that out there a little bit, chat a little bit about that. Start looking for underpriced stocks right now because there's a lot out there. Actually, a lot of the REITs did good. I'm in SRET. It's one of the REITs out there, and it actually went up during this a little bit, just a hair. And I was quite surprised at that. From when I looked at it last anyway, it went up. I don't know. Because I haven't checked it like in a couple weeks, but it did go up for me a little bit. So I was kind of happy about that. And that REIT did really good. So it's a real estate investment trust, okay? If you guys really want to jump into the stock market, don't be afraid for the long term because the stock market always bounces back. And I know we're going to get a lot of people on here jumping in saying, oh, it's going to crash further. And it might. So keep some dry powder around. Have some extra cash you can throw in, and when it goes back up, you'll get all those gains, and so you'll have more gains. Like if you invested right now, let's say, and it drops a little bit more, okay, then that's when you're going to throw in. You could throw it in now. It's going to regain those gains that it had before. The stock market always comes back and usually does it, unless a stock's going to bomb or go into bankruptcy or this COVID thing is going to drag out so long that it's going to hurt some of these companies. But I don't see tech stocks getting really hurt by this stuff because I think we need tech today. And a lot of these tech stocks that I'm talking about, I mean, you can get into one of her stocks where if you like medical, she has all kinds of stuff, everything you can, from autonomy, autonomous vehicles to whatever you're looking for. You know, Kathy Wood with her ARK investments is just a phenomenal woman. Extremely intelligent. I've turned a lot of you guys onto her already. Don't be afraid of stock market crashes. Even if this crash lasts a year or 2 years or whatever, in 10 years you're going to be fine, you know, or less, probably less. You know, and Tesla, I think that's going to go really, really high. I don't know how high it's going to go. Who knows? Some people are saying it might go all the way up to $15,000 from where it is right today in 10 years. To be honest with you, I think that could happen. I really believe that could happen with the autonomous vehicle portion of the company, and if they turn them into taxis, I think it would be huge for Tesla. You know, so these are just a few of my thoughts. I'm not a stock market person. You know, I'm not a, you know, so that's my disclaimer. You know, I'm not here to tell you how to invest your money. I'm telling you what I'm doing. Okay? So, you know, think about what I say before you take my advice. Don't come back to me later on. I'm just telling you where I'm at. I've done pretty good in the stock market. I've more than doubled my money. Even with the stock market crash, I've more than doubled my money. And I think that speaks volumes right there. You know, a lot of people have too, because of, you know, when the stocks went down before, they dove in at that time, which was a prime time to jump in. So, I mean, you know, it could have just been a fluke. But I don't believe that tech is going to be any fluke in the future. The thing about Kathy Wood is this, and let me put this out there. Kathy Wood is looking for things that are going to be the next part of our future. Just like the car. If you had gotten in when people like Henry Ford and stuff like that started building cars, you'd be a multimillionaire once it took off, which it did take off. Like the telephone. If you got in when telephones first came out and you were in the telephone stocks, would have took off. Well, Kathy Wood looks for stuff like that. She's looking for the future in all these different tech stocks, and she looks for the ones that are on the brink. They're almost there. They're almost there, and those are the ones she wants. And Tesla is one of those companies that's almost there. That's why she likes Tesla. But she's going to do the ARK X, I think it's called. It's a space one, and that's going to be a new one. I'm not sure if it's already out or if it's coming out soon. I believe it's not out yet, but she put in to do that. So she's going to buy into a lot of space stocks, which I think are also becoming the new up and coming thing, because with Elon Musk, you know, Elon Musk is definitely a trendsetter out there in the world. But anyway, guys, I wanted to throw that out there just to give you something to mull around and think about. You know, during the stock market crash, it's time to invest, guys. This is the time to use your dry powder, at least some of it. See what happens over the next day or two. If it dives again, put some more money in. You know, you know, this is the time to buy. Nobody knows when the bottom's going to come. Nobody. I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. You can't predict the bottom. So you buy a little bit here, a little bit there. If it starts going up, you buy on the way up. That's all you can do. You know, it could crash again next month. We don't know. We have no idea. I'm hoping this is over. You know, and we can start going back to the norm in the stock market, but nobody knows. But anyway, guys, a lot of people talk about Bitcoin on here too. I wanted to say something about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a very risky proposition, and I know a lot of people talk about getting into this, but there's nothing supporting Bitcoin. You know, it's people putting money in, and it's going higher because more and more people are jumping in. It's a kind of a pyramid scheme, kind of. I don't like that. I did invest in cryptocurrency before. I did make a lot of money off of it before, but I see the inherent risk. You don't own anything really. You really don't own anything. Like with a stock, you own something. You have something. You own a portion of that company, and that's the feelings I have about Bitcoin. I'm not knocking Bitcoin. I know Elon Musk likes Bitcoin. I myself am not a big fan of it. If I was a big fan of it, I would be probably getting into Bitcoin and Ethereum. Only those two. I don't have a problem with those two, to be honest. I think they do have some future in the world. What it is, I don't know. But the other cryptocurrencies, there's just so many out there. They're too risky. I really don't see them going anywhere except for Bitcoin and Ethereum, because Ethereum can change. Bitcoin can't change much, but it's the one that started all this. you know. So anyway, guys, God bless. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Thanks, guys.